Alpha Roman of the Roman Show, and to my left, I have a man that is a sensation on the internet and here in Miami, Florida, well known, and he's also even an actor. Rene Martinez, definitely 305 across his chest because everyone knows him down here in South Florida, but he is now getting prepared for a fight internationally, and I'm talking about against boxer Ricardo Mayorga. This is a fight that definitely is going to put you in the map, not in South Florida, but overseas. Yeah. Ricardo Mayorga is a guy that loves to talk. He fought his first MMA fight not too long ago in Nicaragua. Very controversial ending to it. He was scheduled to fight about a few years ago against Dean Thomas. That fight never happened. I want to first ask you, what were your thoughts, or what are your thoughts on Ricardo Mayorga's first MMA fight?
I think he got... all he has is boxing, you know. That's all he has in his arsenal, and I think it was horrible. So I mean, he says he wants to fight me. They stepped to my coach and they said that Ricardo Mayorga was calling me out or whatever, because he says I'm a street fighter from Miami and he'll beat my ass. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's just do it and see what's up.
Well, that street fighter description of you is no longer truth. You're a professional fighter. Yes, you started in the backyards, whatnot, but you're a true professional fighter. You have a couple of professional fights under your belt. What would you say to Ricardo Mayorga? I mean, you are a pro.
Yeah, a lot of people underestimate me because they see me as a street fighter, but they don't know I've been training my ass off for years. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't stopped training ever since I started, and I'm a hard worker. You know, I grind every day.
Now, by fighting Ricardo Mayorga, do you think that you can pretty much stand for something, saying, listen, if you're a boxer, don't try to make your way into MMA. This is what MMA is about. We've seen it in the past. Randy Couture, he fought a former boxer as well. He taught him a lesson. But what about you? What are you going to stand for when it comes to MMA, fighting a boxer?
Well, I'm going to teach him a lesson. He won't last more than a minute and a half with me. He won't go past the first round.
Now, we've known that this guy, he loves to talk. You know, when he was scheduled to fight Dean Thomas, he threw a cigarette at him in New York. And we know that he does this to sell the fight, and number two, to get into his opponent's mind. Is this in any way going to get to you come press conference time? I know you met him not really face to face physically, but on Skype, and he went kind of crazy. How are you prepared for this, man? Because this guy is good at it.
Well, yeah, I'm ready for it. You know, it's not gonna affect me mentally at all. I'm a strong person. I got a strong mind, and I don't let nothing faze me. You know, I'm focused, and I know can't nothing faze me. So I'm ready.
Now we got to talk about the atmosphere. It's Nicaragua. It's a place that you're probably going to be hated there because everyone's going to stand behind this guy, which is Ricardo Mayorga. How are you prepared for that?
Well, I'm prepared for it, but on the other hand, I've been getting a lot of love from Nicaragua at the same time. Because a lot of people love him, but a lot of people dislike him also because he's a very disrespectful individual. So at the same time, I'm getting a lot of love, and I got friends over there. You know, I got a lot of supporters out there. So, you know, I'm just ready for whatever, man.
You get this fight under your belt. You get the victory. What's next for Level? We haven't seen you fight here in the state of Florida for some time. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm gonna probably be fighting in Miami after that. It's not sure yet, but it's almost locked in, you know what I'm saying? And then after that fight in Miami, which will probably be late October, you know what I'm saying? And the only reason I haven't been fighting in Miami is because the promoters ain't talking the right amount of money, you know what I'm saying? And if I fill up the arenas and I give them all that money in their pockets, they need to pay me this, you know what I'm saying? I need to be, but yeah, so I might be fighting in October in Miami, late October. Then after that, I'm going back to Nicaragua, and I'm going to be fighting for a belt. So that's what's in store right now for me.
No doubt about it. When you fight, you do carry your people. They do support you, and you can see it on social media. Everyone just supports you. But there's a lot of critics. There's a lot of, as you like to call them, haters.
A lot of haters.
And there's some guys that say, Level picks his fight. What truth is that? Or what? Can you tell me something about that?
Well, me, I've never picked none of my fights. My first fight was against Bumi Samchai, and the guy had 127 amateur fights in Thailand. And he had hell of experience, and I only had bare knuckle fights, and I jumped into the cage with him with 3 months training in my whole life. And I jumped in the cage with him, and I've never said no to anybody, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people talk crap, but you know what? They're hating, and my coaches before, I was at MMA Masters, and if somebody offered me a fight, my coaches made the decisions for me. I've never made the decisions because I ain't scared of nobody. I fear no man, you know what I'm saying?
You started off with the backyard fighting. You're just one of those few fighters that actually made it into the pro level, and you've had some success. What are your thoughts in the backyard? If you were to go back, would you do backyard fighting, or would you start directly into MMA?
If I could go back in time, well, yeah, if I could go back in time, I would have started training a lot earlier, but that wasn't the situation, you know. Just, I guess it was the way I was brought up in this world. I didn't have it. I didn't have it where I could pay for a gym. You know, gyms are like $150 a month. You know, I came from the gutter. I came from nothing, and I made something. So, you know what? It's the card. It's the hand I was dealt. So, I won't change nothing. I'm glad I came from where I came from.
And now you're actually, since you started from a tough background, now you're giving back. You opened up this gym, and you're opening the doors to children. Tell me about this effort that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm opening up my door. I open up my doors to all the young kids, you know, that are in gangs and stuff, and they're out there in the struggle. And I try to show them a better way in the gym. You know, there's better ways in life than to carry guns and jump people and fight on the streets and be doing drugs and all that negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think in my gym we show them a lot of discipline. You know, and I've had a few kids that were, you know, that I've helped and stayed involved in gangs, and I had to kick them out because it wasn't a good look for me at the same time, you know. They were posting pictures up with other gang members on Facebook, and I had to give them the boot. It was 2 kids that I had to do that to. So, but at the same time, as long as you're loyal and you stick to your word, I'll help anybody out, man.
You know, I interviewed you 3 years ago, and I just was speaking to you and seeing you here face to face. I could tell that you're changed as a fighter, but as a man, you have changed. You're mature. You're giving out. But you telling me that I had to kick these 2 kids out because they weren't following the rules, that just shows how much of a man you've grown into.
Yes, it has. And you know, I stick by my word, and I'm here to stay, man. Like, I just want to grow and help the world, you know.
Ricardo Mayorga, he's going to get ready to smack talk. Are you going to follow us in smack talk, or are you just going to keep it professional? And what message can you deliver to Ricardo Mayorga, who's going to be watching this on via the internet?
Well, Ricardo Mayorga, you know, I've never been much of a talker, ever. That's not my style, you know. Like, even when I was in the streets and I was crazy, I've never been a talker. I've always been about action, and action speaks louder than words, and I'm going to show them what's up.
There it is, Level, Ricardo Mayorga, later this month in July. Get ready for action. I'm sure you can watch it online. Level, it's going to be an honor for you to represent us in Nicaragua. 305 is going to be in Managua, Nicaragua.
Dade County, 305 Dade County all day, 305, baby, yeah.
Level, thanks so much, man.